Hello, welcome to SCL1 TNO Knitting Project. This is episode 109 and today is the 4th of October 2021. Welcome if you're a new viewer, welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is going to be hopefully a slightly shorter podcast. I am vlogging too, so if you're interested in the vlogs, they are around and about. I'm doing Vlogtober. But I haven't done a huge amount of knitting this week, so I'm going to share with you what I've got. My first section is admin. Now we've got two knit-alongs going on, both of which have come to the end of September. There is a September check-in for the Square a Day cow and there is the September socks. I have not drawn for those today just because I have not had time to sort it out, but I will do that for the next podcast, so that'll be on next week's. So here we go. Also, I've hit 1,000 subscribers. I cannot believe that. So thank you so much. I'm just over the moon. I can't believe it. So I will be doing a giveaway next week as well. So prize winners and a giveaway all over next week. But with no further ado, let's move into the knitting. Now my first section is socks. And you're going to have to bear with me because I'm kind of going to go through this. And if I haven't made any progress since last week, I apologise. I cannot remember what I did. Now, on a more serious note, when I lose someone or something in my life, it affects me quite badly emotionally. Now, I'm not going to go into the full history, but I think you've probably gathered I lost a girl's dad when Meg was very little. That was in 2001. I've lost both my parents. And I've lost various animals over the years, and the way grief hits me is it hits my memory and I cannot remember anything, to the point that I couldn't tell you what I did yesterday. It's like there's just this brick wall that sits there against my head and won't let me look back. I think it's possibly my body's way of dealing with grief, but it's really a strange sensation when you cannot remember a thing. I know it's only temporary. I know it will go because it always does. And I know to some people it's just a cat, but he was my cat and I loved him so much, and it has affected me a lot more than I thought it was going to. So I'm trying to keep it all bright and breezy on the podcast and on my vlogs and things, and trying just to move on. But there is, if I seem really forgetful, that's the reason. And I'm looking at these projects and I have no idea what I showed you last week. I'm not watching back last week's episode because I haven't got time. So I'm hoping you'll just, if you've seen it before, bear with me and you'll enjoy it anyway. So let's move on to socks. My first one, this is one I'm not sure I've made any progress on since you last saw it, is my Sherry Iris socks, and it's in a little Sherry Iris bag. And like I said, I have no idea where I was, and I've definitely not moved the Progress Keeper. Now I think I was about to put the toe in and I have actually just started, so I think that might be the progress. I literally think that might be the progress. I've just started putting the toe in on those. So these are my emergency grab it and go socks. I obviously didn't have any emergencies I needed to grab and go last week. So yeah, I've literally started the toe, so let's not dwell on that. But this is the lovely Sherry Iris Long Lazy Days colourway, and it's working out really prettily. So they're just a vanilla pair of socks and I love them, and I really want to get that toe put in. So that's that one. Now the rest of them I do know I've made some progress on, so let's go with the Rainbow Chronicles ones because that's slightly more interesting. So these are living in my bag that my lovely friend Kelly, who is Lay Family Yarn, made me. And there's a huge mess in here, like massive mess. Right, to the point I don't even know where the second one is. Right, so I've split the mini into two minis this time because I was attempting to do these. You can see the mess, two at a time on two circular needles, and the idea is I'm trying to do a section a day. Well, today's the 4th and you can see there's only 2 sections because I gave up on the 3rd. I think one of these has got the 3rd attached to it. Now I mean, I don't know anybody else who does 2 at a time socks other than my friend Sally, and she's brilliant at it. But has anyone else who does this method forgotten to drop the yarn from one sock, carried on the other and joined the socks together. I did that and then had to unpick the whole round. I'm giving up doing it this way. I can see the advantages, but to be honest, just picking up the second sock and knitting it is probably just as easy. So we're giving up on this. This is the beautiful yarn from Kelly, the Family Lay, who are doing the Rainbow Chronicles, and this is part of their knit along. It's been a year-long knit along, and I don't want to fall over in October, so I'm going to take these off of here and just do one at a time, a section at a time. So I'll do the next section on this one and then the next section on that one. You know, my little progress keepers now. I think that's Woolly Goodness, but I'm not sure where that one's come from. My little Starbucks cup. I really like that. Yeah, so I tried it. I thought, I kept persisting with it because I was like, it's like anything new, you'll get better, you'll get better. And then when I joined them together, I was like, that's it, I'm done. I'm done with this method. I would have had these legs knitted by now had I not done it that way. So I'm giving up on that, but at least I tried. That's all I can say. At least I tried. So they're my Rainbow Chronicles socks. They are 60 stitches, vanilla scrappy socks. And oh, and that was the other thing I did. I did a centre pull ball, so I could do it from the outside and the inside at the same time. And that just ended up in a massive tangle. And then, as I said, I joined the socks together. So that's it, I'm done. So that's that one. My other ones are living in my little West Green Loft yarn bag, which is really pretty. And these are my Baby It's Cold Outside socks. Now these I am doing concurrently on two separate sets of needles. Now if you remember last week I had a ball of this and I was wondering if I'd get shorty socks out of it. Well, the answer is I very much have, because I'm now going into the toe. And look, isn't it lovely? You can see why I loved knitting this. Do you know what, if they ever decided to do their self-striping again, I would definitely buy another ball of this. I just love it so much. And I love how it looks with the white cuff and heel. Now the toe I am attempting to do in this, but I think I'll only have enough to do one toe, not two. I was thinking I'd have two, but I don't. So I think I might stop and swap to the milk bottle. So this is Milk Bottle by West Green, not West Green Loft Yarns, by West Yorkshire Spinners. That's the one. It's just a plain white, but it goes really well with this. So I think I'm just going to cut my losses on this last little nugget. I wanted to use it all up, but short of having one with a pattern toe and one with a plain toe, which I wouldn't hate, to be honest. But you can see, so the pattern goes in different directions on both the socks because I did it from the middle and the other end. And the reason I did that is because I wanted to have an even amount of yarn on both of them. So I did a stripe at a time on both socks. So I did the stripes on this sock, and I did the stripe on this sock, stripe on this sock, stripe on this sock, and that's where I've got to. Now I could carry on doing that with the toe, but I wound it into a ball. So I might have to unwind it and just try and do that. I might try and wrangle it and get every last little bit out because it's so pretty. It's such a pretty yarn. I love it. It's probably my favourite ever yarn, this. And as I said, I've got a long pair in these, and now I've got a shorty pair too. But, I mean, I'm not that I wear shorty winter socks particularly, but I will wear these ones. So that's that. Really pleased with how they are coming on. So I should definitely have, I'm not going to say definitely, I should have a finished toe on my first Sherry Iris vanilla socks. These should be finished. And my Rainbow Chronicle socks should be a good way in by this time next week, but let's see. So that's that one. That's day one. That's socks. Day two, I am knitting a Snuggle Down Cow by Jules Hill of So Sweet Violet, and that is in my. This is also a Sherry Iris bag, and this was an indulgent cast on, because I really fancied something soft and snuggly, and I don't think you can get anything more soft and snuggly than a snuggle down cowl. That's the beautiful picture. That's what it's called. And I'm doing mine in a mixture of West Green Loft yarns. So my first mini was West Green Loft yarns. My second mini is Elm Tree yarns from their A Fierce Bad Rabbit set. And my floof is also Baby It's Cold Outside by Lay Family Yarn. And this is where I got to. So last week when you saw me, I was there. I was just starting to put this colour in, and now I think I've done all of that section, and I'm about to go into the next mini. Or maybe not, maybe I've got a bit more stocking stitch to do first, actually, looking at that. And that is a little happy blob. It's so cute. And that was from Scruffy Dog Eco. And yeah, so soft. I'm looking forward to getting this done, because when it's, some of my jumpers that I wear have got quite low necks, so it'd be nice to have something snuggly to wear in the office when it's cold. Because the problem is, if you put the heating on this room, it gets really hot really quickly. So yeah, that's my day 2. I've definitely made progress on that. I'm looking forward to just relaxing and getting back on project, I think. Day 3 is my Edie, and I have definitely made progress on that. I was working on this yesterday, and I'm currently, it's not going to look like I did much, but I am currently on, so there, I was there. Can you see where that little stitch marker is? And I did that, which doesn't look much, but I'm currently on the maximum amount of stitches that you have before you join it in the round. So there's something like 400 stitches on here right now, so the rounds are really long. So although it doesn't look like a huge amount, I'm only 5 rows off now. Where did I put it? It's here. No, well, no, it's more than 5, isn't it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 rows off of joining it in the round. So nearly there, nearly there. And I do love it so much. So it's so pretty. Now, so the yarn, this is from Sherry Iris, and this is another Sherry Iris bag. It's the Sherry show today. And this one is oh goodness me, A Prettyish Kind of Wilderness, which we've decided I can't say. So that's that one. It's really pretty. And then it's going to fade into this one, and then into that one, which is really lovely. So it reminds me of Wimbledon, that one. It looks like Wimbledon colours. Unless this will be a summer tea when I finish it. That's quite appropriate. Hopefully I'll get it finished in time for Wimbledon though. That would be good. So if you look at the back, you can see how this yarn's working out. Again, this has kind of got a Wimbledon feel to it. It's not quite as dark colours though. I'm really pleased with it. So that's my Edie. Now the Edie is a t-shirt that by Isabel Kramer that I am modifying greatly. So it's very modified, heavily modified Edie, and that's hanging out in my Sherry Iris bag. So that's day 3. Day 4 is also in a Sherry Iris bag, which is this beautiful bag. I got this late last year and hardly used it. And this is the Bowline sweater by Tin Can Knits. So it looks like, bear with, it looks like that. and I'm making this for my little grandson, and I am doing the top rib. Now this is a matching needle cozy. This is a bottom up sweater, which I've never done before. I've never done bottom up, but as it's a baby sweater, I figured it can't go too wrong. And I was there where the sheep was last week, and I've popped up to here. The rib is such a fun rib. It's a broken 3x1 rib. It's so much fun to do, but starting it is a ill pain. A number of times I had to take it back because I'd gone wrong. Once you've got it started, you can read it without any trouble whatsoever, but the first 4 rows, oh, nightmare. Yeah, I love this. This is a Hedgerow Yarns DK. I want a kind of colourway, which I think it will look really sweet on him. But I figured with the cooler weather coming, he should probably have a thicker sweater, and I do love that. So yeah, that's the bowline, and so far I'm really enjoying it. I don't know how you attach the sleeves and everything else. I'm just, because Tin Can Knits do such great patterns, they're so easy to follow. I'm just literally taking it a line at a time. I'm not worrying about reading ahead. So that's my day 3. I'm fair rushing through this, aren't I? I'm only on 16 minutes. It's going to be a very short podcast. Right, I'm just going to pause the camera for a moment. So day 5 is my Whitmore, and this is another one I can't remember whether I actually worked on or not. It's hanging out in my bag by Awesome Granny Bag. And like I said, I have no clue if I worked on this or whether you're about to see it in exactly the same stage as it was last week. So if it is, I apologise. So the yarn is Lay Family yarn in their vintage China colourway. Again, it's a DK. It's so soft and squidgy. And so the question is, was I there last week and this is where you saw me, or was that where I've put this in? I showed that on the podcast last week, didn't I? So I must have done this. I must have knit this since you last saw me. Otherwise that doesn't make sense. Because I'm sure I showed that on my podcast last week. In which case I did that, and I'm nearly at finishing the cuff. So close to doing the cuff. Yeah. Which means at that point I will... Oh, this is so tangled I don't think I can show you. I don't know how it's got itself so tangled. It's all the needles on it, I think. Hold on. Just chat amongst yourselves for a moment. See if I can hold it up. What are you attached to? Oh. Everything, basically. You're attached to everything. Ah, there we go. The unmistakable sound of needles hitting the floor there, but there weren't ones that were attached to the knitting. So I've done the first sleeve. That one's done. And as you can see, I was nearly up the second and the cuff of the second sleeve. So I'm nearly done with the second sleeve. I've done the yoke, which is gorgeous. This is the Whitmore cardigan, as opposed to the jumper, which I have got a Whitmore jumper too. And I'm all the way down the next sleeve and just doing the cuff, which I'm using DPNs. Now, I've never been able to use DPNs before, but this year I've started using them really successfully, which is nice. So I've got the DPNs. Yeah. And as I said, I think that's the progress I've made since you last saw this. And I love this, and this is very soon just going to be on the body too. I'm going to have quite a few at Giant Sock stage at the rate it's going. But I don't mind. At least it'll be nice and easy. I really want this done. I'm going to the Lay Family Retreat in December, and I really want this done for there. Because obviously it's Kelly's lovely yarn. So I'd so like to be able to wear this to the retreat. So at some point when I get closer to it, I may end up coming off project so I can get it finished, because I really, really want to get it done. But I'm thinking it's not, now I've got the sleeve pretty much finished, once I get that done, it's really not going to take me long just to whiz down the body, because it's DK. I so want this finished for the retreat. Cannot wait. Anyway, not that I can wait to go to the retreat either. Right, so that's my Whitmore. I'm trying to get that back in the bag. It's going to be fun. I need to pick my needles up from the floor. Oh, do you remember last week I bought some needles from the lovely Ellie at Craft House Magic, and I couldn't remember what they were for. They are for the body of my Edie, because the other body needles I've got are on this. This is those needles falling out has just reminded me, because they are the ones that I'm going to be using on the body of this when I get this done. So that's why I needed more needles. They're already in a project, so that's what it was for. It was for my Edie when I get to that stage. Honestly, I've got a little pile of stuff that's supposed to have gone in my Whitmore. That was supposed to go in my Snuggle Down Cloth. Oh, I'm hopeless. Right, so next and last in the rotation, day 6, is my blanket. And this is a Cozy Memory blanket that I am doing in all of Hedgerow Yarn minis. They're pretty. I won't put that one in, but I'll put the others in. And there's that one. I won't put that one in either, because that's a plain one. I'm not putting plain ones in. Is that beautiful? Oh, look at that one. Anyway. Then my next load to go in. So in here I think I've squared this off since you last saw it. I have squared this off since you last saw it. So, oh, isn't it beautiful? And this is for the caravan when I finally get it finished. But I have squared it off. So there was that little square there that I squared it off with. I mean, I'm sure I did more than one square, but that's the only one I have a progress keeper on. I know I did more than one square, but isn't that lovely? It's all squared off. So, so pretty. It's growing. It's growing quite quickly in the end. So that's my Cozy Memory Blanket, Hedgerow Yarn Cozy Memory Blanket project. Where I was going with that statement, if I'm honest. Oh dear. And the only other thing I've got to show you, which is why I haven't got so much progress on some of these items, is I am doing the Mystery Gnome Along by Imagine Landscapes. Now I'm only on clue 3. I haven't done any further than clue 3. So if you haven't seen up to clue 3, then look away. I don't think that was clue 4. Hold on. I have it down here. Up, 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 up. Oh, I definitely am not on clue 5. I've printed it out, but I haven't done it. What was clue 4? Oh no, I am. So this was clue 5 was the one I've did. Right, so I've done up to clue 5. So if you've not done up to clue 5 and you don't want to see it, please look away. So this is All Work and Gnome Play, which is the Mystery Knit Along by Imagine Landscapes. So I have done it, and it's really cute. It's a little hat. It's a little gnome hat with a little flower in the corner. So the I-cord on was fun, and my I-cord kind of went a bit wonky there. So my gnome's going to have a highly imperfect hat. I'm doing this in just little Hedgerow Yarn minis that I happen to have sitting around, because I needed something to escape with, and this is what I escaped with. And there's just this little bit left to go on as well. Maybe a nose? Maybe? Don't know. So I need to catch up on that, so I'm going to try and do that today. I don't even know what it is today, what project I'm on. What project is it today? I need to restart. I can restart on a Monday. Okay. It's blanket day. That's nice. I can knit on my blanket today. So I might try and do some catching up with gnome clues today and knitting on my blanket, amongst the million other things I've got to do, including vlogging. Because, you know, that takes some time. Although it's a perfect it's a perfect project. The blanket is a perfect project for editing. I can sit and edit and do the blanket without any trouble whatsoever. Okay, so next up is Happy Mail, and the first one is a club. So if you have not had your Woolly Goodness Colour of the Month club for September, look away. It's really pretty. So that's the yeah, so that's what it is. That's the stitch marker that you get with it. Really beautiful. And this is the yarn. It is so pretty. I'm so looking forward to putting this in my habitation photo eventually. Oh, I might leave that down the caravan because it's got the sheep thing. Not this year though, because we're going to clear it out in a week's time or 2 weeks time. So, but yeah, that would be a good caravan project. It's beautiful, isn't it? Right, so that's that one. And then the other stuff is journal stuff that I have got from the lovely Rachel of Sew Amy. And I've not opened this yet, so you'll have to bear with me. This is going to be as much a surprise to you as it is to me. I got some stamps for months, days of the week, numbers. These are brilliant. I've been looking for these for a long time, so I'm really pleased I've got these. Some little toadstool stickers. You can tell autumn's happening here now. Little animals, so it's got rabbits and owls, which I don't remember ordering. Some beautiful washi tape, such pretty washi tape. I use it to decorate my pages. There's another one. This is an autumn one, which I really like. You see that clearly. And then there's a box of bits, basically, including a yummy cup of tea. That's beautiful, look at that. And then there's a pen in here, and then there's all these lovely bits and pieces to go in your journal. So this was a mystery bundle, I think they're called. I'm sorry, Rachel, they're not called that at all, are they? Let me just look it up. Let me look it up. Let me give you the right information, because it's going to be on my purchase history. You just look at that for a minute while I'm looking at my purchases. Here we go. It's a Lucky Dip ephemera pack. That's what that's called. Beautiful. And I also got a fine liner, which I used last night. If you watched my vlog yesterday, it's the one I used in my vlog. But I nicked that out because I really wanted to use that, and it's so lovely. I'm going to have to buy another one. But I kind of need to use up some of the journaling supplies that I have before I buy any more. But if you journal, go check out Rachel's shop, or if you want to get into journaling, because she has so many lovely bits to get you started. But this in particular, the days of the week stamp and everything, I cannot wait to start using that. So now that I've shown you, I can. The only other thing I've got is my lovely friend Kelly, who's a Lay Family Yarn. We always do a swap for our birthdays, of like doing a countdown, birthday advent kind of thing. But this year she's gifted me her advent, so I cannot believe it. I've got a DK version, and it's sitting just down there, and I'm trying not to open it. I mean, Kelly would kill me if I did, so I'm not going to open it, but oh, it's really tempting. So that's it, I think, this week for the actual podcast. I'm sorry it's a really quick and rushed one. I've got so much work to do as well, and I'm vlogging, so I've got to get yesterday's vlog uploaded. It's uploaded, I've just got to do the backdoor bits and send it live. I need to edit this one, I need to record today. And I've got, because it was the first of the month while I was away, I've got all the first of the month's accounting stuff to do. We've got, so do you remember me saying way back when everything will calm down after the 6th of October? Well, the things that are happening now, so it's really crazy. So work is insane. And we're going away on Friday to a balloon meet. We're going to Cirencester for the one-man meet, and at the moment the weather forecast looks like every slot's flyable, so it's going to be majorly busy. Which I'm pleased for Ian. I'm really pleased for Ian that it's going to be so flyable, but it's not going to be a break for me. It's going to be insane. But we're taking the caravan, so that's fun. I'm looking forward to going away in the caravan again. Yeah, that's anything else going on this week. I'm getting my flu jab this afternoon. That'll be fun. You'll have seen that on the vlog if you watch the vlogs. I'm having my flu jab, not the joint one with the COVID. At least I don't think it is. It might be. At the moment, I think it's just the flu jab. But if that changes, you'll find out later on. So I think that, honestly, that's it. There's no vlog. I'm sorry there's no vlog, but as I am vlogging every day, if you feel like watching a vlog, please do go check out today's vlog. Because there will be one at some point. But yeah, thank you so much for all your lovely messages about Luna last week. They really do make a difference. And yeah, I'm sorry I'm such a ditz. It's been a really ditzy week. I'm driving my family nuts. I keep asking them the same thing over and over. And the girls are quite sympathetic to a point, and then they get really fed up with it. Yeah. Anyway, let's not dwell. I hope you're all okay wherever you are. Take care, and I'll see you next week.